Hi, this is Langham. I was coming to talk to you all about practical goldfish keeping, realistic goldfish keeping, keeping them as healthy, happy home aquarium pets. And this is the third video I've made in this series that I'm hoping some people will find helpful or maybe just enjoy looking at these fun fish. This happens to be a tank. It's a 40-gallon breeder, and these guys happen to all be variations of telescope eyes. I didn't intend to do just a telescope eye tank, but it worked out that way, and I really adore them. This is Daddy Fish, named by the daycare kids who are here. This is Beba Pearl, named by the daycare kids that are here. And this is Bowie, named after David Bowie, because look at those eyes, guys. They're great fish. Just, these are, one's a pet store rescue, which I have my own feelings about. I'll talk about another time. This one was from Lewd News on Amazon or eBay, which I can talk about another time. And this one was a gift from a friend. And telescope eyes are wonderful, wonderful goldfish. Just one of the many types of goldfish, so I thought I'd just kind of zoom in on what they're doing, hanging out in their tank here, while I talk a little bit about what I consider part 3 of realistic home goldie keeping. Because it doesn't have to be hard, but it does have to be done with love and attention. So we talked about how they need at least a 2x3 to swim around in, at least. And that goes for these fancy types that are smaller as well. We were looking at my long-bodied goldfish last week, and they definitely need it to be at least that size so that they can turn around comfortably. These guys may not get quite that big, but their waist still will, so you still want these in a 40 or above. Hi, buddy. He's got some breeding stars right now. I can never get him to stop. I'm trying to breed. Hi. Hi. So anyway, oops, 3 minutes in, I'm so sorry, friends. I was just gonna say that, goldfish need to eat a very, very varied diet. Getting a high quality pellet or flake food, whichever you prefer, should definitely be a part of what you feed them. I highly suggest soaking it. And getting things that sink quicker and can be kind of mushy as they get to them, because there is lots of theory out there that is part of the reason that swim bladder disorders is from gulping down dry food and gulping at the air when they get food and stuff. There's really no hard science on it, but if it's something so simple as just soaking your food for a few minutes before you give it to them, why not do that? So just whatever high quality flake or pellet food you decide on, be sure you soak it. That is good for them 4 or 5 days a week. I personally only use those about 3-4 days a week. I like to give them bloodworms, I like to give them peas, I like to give them duckweed, I like to give them brine shrimp. I'm into mixing it up a lot. Those are all things I listed that they love. And they really are omnivores. just true. That's why they're always digging through the sand, just hanging out looking in the sand. In the wild, they eat algae, they eat other dead fish, they eat Daphnia, they eat baby lard and stuff in the water like crazy. And it's wonderful. It's actually, I think, what the brand Bug Bites is made out of, and my goldfish really did like the Bug Bites formula. So yeah, I'm cutting this video a little short, actually. Be sure to not overfeed your goldfish. What are you guys doing? Get them a high quality pellet, or flake. Be sure you soak it first. And also make sure that numerous days a week you're switching it out and giving them something like peas, bloodworms, Daphnia, brine shrimp, duckweed. Oh, if you can give them duckweed, they love it. And then they poop green. They poop green. It's so hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna start trying to throw in some links up in the comments of these things and stuff, so I can link you to a good page on keeping your fish with a diet of high variety, and things that goldfish just like. But keep in mind they aren't always nibbling on algae and plants and just things that are in the tank naturally when you're feeding them, because you don't need to overfeed. You can even once or twice a month do a fasting day sometimes, is what a lot of goldfish people do. I usually don't do a fasting day, but I had a day where they get peas in the morning and then, or green beans or some kind of vegetable in the morning, and then nothing until the next day, unless they're sick. So anyway, practical goldfish keeping. Tanks at least these sizes. Bare minimal. 3 is the most that can go in here. And a healthy, varied diet. And these guys are going to reward you by letting you watch them grow and change and want to interact with you. So funny. Oh, I know, I'm filming you. They'll like try to get into the camera when they see I'm going in to look at another fish. Baby pearl. Oh, daddy fish has to be in the video. Daddy fish. Oh. Thanks for listening to my rambles. These fish are really great, and they deserve a lot of love. They are one of the most, even these fancies, they're some of the most abused fish in the industry, and if you can give them a good home, you should absolutely go for it, because it is so rewarding.